So welcome to the second workout. So we'll get straight into the warm-up. So running on the spot as normal, and knees up, pumping those arms, tight core, and we're going to go into jumping jacks in 3, 2, 1, and go. Hands clap at the top. We'll go for another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and now into inchworm. Ready, go. Baby steps, so bending from the hips, and baby steps out. Full plank position, tight core, and rotate one side, follow your gaze, and the other. Maintain that strong core, and we'll just do another 2 here, wherever you are. Feeling that stretch, slight bend in the knee, and baby steps out, using that core to really control your movement, and rotate one side and the other. Feeling that through the obliques as you twist, and baby steps back up. Don't forget to breathe. Breathe out at the top, and again, slowly bending, and baby steps out last time. Take your time. Breathe out, and baby steps back up. Good. So now we're going to just actually walk out one more time and do the world's greatest stretch. Just to open up those hip flexors a bit. Baby steps out again. Out into full plank, and this time we're going to lunge forward. And we're just going to pulse here, pushing the knee out, looking slightly ahead for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're really going to get into those upper back shoulder muscles, and we're going to rotate. So knee to heel, elbow to heel, and rotate up, elbow to heel, and back up another 2 times, and other side, lunging forward, other foot. Again, gaze slightly ahead, keeping that back straight, keeping that good alignment. Core engaged. 5, 4, should be pulsing. 3, 2, 1. Now elbow to heel, slow and controlled, moving only within your range, and gazing up if you can. Not feeling a strain, everything nice, slow and controlled. Just another one here. Well done, return that leg, and baby steps back up. Slow, controlled curl, and well done. Okay, so that's our warm-up. We'll get into the workout. So first off, always activation. So we have clamshells, bridge, wall angels, clamshells, bridge, wall angels, scap dip, and pattern posture. So clamshells, let's do it. So we can get our small loop bands as usual. Right knees and side lying as normal. So start with your feet on the ground, hips forward, shoulders stacked, core engaged. Again, always controlled with this movement. No sudden movements, no rushing, and always keeping that awareness in the core. Okay, once we feel a bit warmed up, we'll go for our box clams. So knee up, foot down, knee down. Knee up, foot down, knee down. Now we might be feeling that we can move a tiny bit higher with our clowns now if we've been practicing them a bit. It's a good feeling. Might be feel as awkward as before. So foot down, knee down. Again, like you're drawing straight lines, like a box. Imagining that in your head, you're drawing those straight lines, you don't want to smudge anything if you make any sudden movements. So you're using a fountain pen. Okay, and now we're going to move into the feet up, palms. Again, nice slow and controlled. Feet only about an inch or two off the ground. Should suffice. Always aware of that top hip, that we're not rolling back. Keep it forward, keep them stacked. Suck that belly button in towards the spine, shoulders down away from the ears. Looking straight in front of you, nice long neck. Okay, and we're going to switch to the other side. Same thing, feet on the floor to start off with, just to warm up. Core in, shoulders stacked, hips stacked. Keep breathing. And just really squeezing up at the top, without rolling that hip back. Often easy to forget about breathing here. So keep doing it. And now we move into the box plants. So again, keeping that bottom foot on the floor with these. So your bottom glute is actually working as well in this one. You can probably feel it. Just to stay on the floor. It's not completely resting. Again, nice controlled movements here. Drawing lines with the fountain pen. No sudden movements. Okay, and we're going to move into feet up. Palms. Not losing that control. Engaging the core. Sucking that belly button in towards the spine. To gain control. And breathe. Okay, well done. For our hands. And now we're going to go into our bridge exercise. So, lying supine, so back against the mat. So ribs tucked in, core engaged, belly button in towards the spine. Feet in train tracks. Knees bent. So everything should be flush with the mat. And we're going to curl up vertebrae by vertebrae. Pushing those hips up, engaging with the glutes. And slowly back down, curling vertebrae by vertebrae. Especially focusing right at the end on your lower back. It's where a lot of us can increase our flexibility. And just again, we're going to curl up. And slowly back down. So it should be slower on the way back down. Really working on that control of movement. We're just doing this bridge for activation and then our mobility here. So really focusing on that curling of the back. And keep breathing into it. Focusing on maybe raising those hips up slightly more without flaring those ribs. Really squeezing at the top. And curling slowly back down, vertebrae by vertebrae. Especially on your lower back. And again, curling back up, curling the pelvis first. Pause at the top. And slowly back down. Rolling back down. Okay, well done. So now we're going to go into wall angels. So up against the wall here, we can squat down or just stand if we wish. And just going to move our hands up slowly and slowly back down. And again, like always, we're going to have our back and our arms flush with the wall, trying not to have any gaps as we move our arms up. So only moving as far up as we can without lifting away from the wall. So we're really working on our mobility here, strength of our upper back muscles. Feel a bit strange at first. We're working on mobility that we mightn't always tap into. Another few here. 3, 2, and 1. Good job. And now we're going to do some scap dips. Okay. So into 4-point kneeling. And okay. So back straight, shoulders away from the ears, and core engaged. We're just gonna dip those shoulder blades, retracting and protracting, so feeling them spread across your rib cage on the way up, and squeeze together on the way back down. Again with this one, no movement from the rest of the back, just moving those shoulder blades up and down, not crouching up with the shoulders, keeping them back, away from the ears, nice on neck. Core engage all the time. We can lift our knees up, a bit more challenge. Okay, well done.
So now we're going to be moving into the pattern posture pose. So again, like the last 2 weeks, we're going to establish that neutral posture. So belly button in towards the spine, engaging that lower core, nice long lower back without hyperextension. So just think of really elongating, sitting up on those sit bones, shoulders back, not really strained, stretched back, just back, chest nice and tall, chest open. Okay, once we have this nice strong position in our core, we're going to hold those arms out straight, and we can hold a physio ball or a medicine ball if we want, and we're just going to slowly rock forward and backward, all the movement from the hips, trying to minimize that movement with the physio ball. Nice, long, controlled, really feeling that engagement in the lower abdominals. Breathing into it. Great practice for the rock over. Again, a good core warm up. Once we've done a few here, feel like we have a nice stable foundation. We're going to move into our core set. Okay, so core set, we're going to do it 3 times. We're going to do the physio ball crunches and the rowing V-ups. So rowing V-ups are a new exercise for this week. But rowing, physio ball crunches we've done before. If you don't have the physio ball this week, you can do the crunches on the floor. So just on the floor, I would suggest doing the crunches with your knees up and tabletop. Again, nice, stable core, ribs tucked in as always. And just crunching up slowly, holding, And slowly back down, release. And relax the shoulders again. Again, curling up, vertebrae by vertebrae, feeling that shake at the top, pausing, keeping that chest open, resisting the temptation to curve in with your back. Nice wide chest. And slowly back down. So that's a really similar movement to that one that we're doing on the physio ball here, but it's a good alternative. So with the physio ball, on the other hand, like the other weeks, we're gonna rest our back onto it. Have our hips in a 10 o'clock position, core engaged, ribs tucked in, and having that straight line from our head. And we're gonna just crawl up slowly and slowly back down, really sucking that belly button in towards the spine. Breathing out on the way up at the top. And slow control back down. So again, trying to minimize that movement with the exercise ball. So a sign that you've really mastered this is when you can't feel any movement from the physio ball. So you're really getting that control. Sucking the belly button up and in towards the spine. Pause here for a second and back down. Okay, now we're going to move into the rowing V-up. So I'll just show you this exercise first. Okay, so as a regression, we can just have our hands placed just behind our back. And we're going to be sitting up straight. Again, suck in that core, ribs tucked in, shoulders away from the ears. We're just going to crouch in our knees towards our chest and extend them back out. So legs in and legs out. And as we crunch in, we're bringing our body forward from the hips and we're extending back out as we extend the legs. All the movement from the hips. So this is really good for your core stability and control. Moving nice and slow with this. So extending and crunching back in. If you want a bit more of a challenge, you can add the arm movement. So as your legs come in, your arms come out. Legs out, arms come back in. So really like the rowing stroke here. Same kind of arm movements. Nice slow and controlled movements here. Keeping that straight back. Shoulders away from the ears. You can repeat another 3 sets. If you're feeling any pain or discomfort, make sure to stop. Take a rest if you need to as well. And 1, okay. I feel that one. And also if you're really feeling it in your hip flexors, you might need to stretch them out, or also you might just need to engage that core a little bit more if you're overly tight there. Okay, so crunches again, same thing, nice open chest, shoulders away from the ears, tucking that chin when we're crunching up, and nice and control back down. Again, challenging ourselves, trying to get up that bit higher each time. And this shouldn't be a super easy exercise. You shouldn't be feeling absolutely nothing here. So try and get to that shaky point. Raise a little higher if you need to. Again, a progression for this is just to bring those feet together. Narrow stance, so narrowing your stance will always make that exercise a bit more challenging because you have less stability. And pausing at the top here and slowly back down. Okay, we're into our second round. So V-ups again. Okay. So arms out, legs in, arms in, legs out. Arms in, legs out, arms out, legs in. Arms in, legs out, arms out, legs in. So really like the rowing movement here. Breathe into it. Straight back, strong core. Minimize that wobbling. Slow controlled movements. Keep going here for 3, 2, and 1. And now, into physio ball crunches again. And crunching up slowly. Breathing out at the top. And we're going to be holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, good job. Now we're going to move into our rowing V-ups again. So final set of these. Deep breath before you start if you want. And again, so knees in and out. Knees in, arms out. Legs out, arms in. Excuse me. So arms out, legs in, legs out. Arms out, legs in, legs out. Breathe into it. Nice and fluid movement all the time. You can rotate between having your arms on the floor and not. Go for another 3 if you can. 2 and 1. Good job. Okay, so that's our core set done. Now we're going to move into arms. Okay, so we're going to go into I's, Y's, T's, W's, and band pull apart. And also the push-ups. So I's, Y's, T's, W's on the physio ball. If you don't have a physio ball, you can just lie prone onto your mat. That's no bother. It's also a good exercise. You're just getting that extra range of motion here on the physio ball. You're elevated. So I's, Y's, T's, horizontal, and W's, arms 90 degrees. Okay, so shoulders away from the ears, looking just below you. And start. So 5 of each, 2 rounds. 4, 5. Y's, slightly wider, 10 to 2 angle. 3, 4, 5. No rush here. Pause at the top for that extra squeeze. Feeling those shoulder blades squeeze together. Don't forget about your core here either. Never forget about the core. Okay. And now we're going to move into our band pull apart. So this is a different one. So for this one, we're going to have our arms prone, so palms facing down. We're going to be holding out our arms just like so, and spreading our arms apart and slowly back in. Spreading them apart and slow on the way back in. So really important here to keep that tight core, shoulders away from the ears, and keep them back. Nice open chest. Keeping that same level with the arms here. Make sure you have ample resistance with your band. So either bring your arms in closer to make the band that bit tighter, or just use a heavier band strength. Alternatively, if you don't have a band, I would recommend just doing scaption with your dumbbells or water bottles. This is also targeting the pectoral muscles and the shoulder muscles, so slightly different exercise. For another 3 here, and well done. Really good chest opener here. And now we're going to move into our push-ups. So push-ups, whichever way you're most comfortable with. I'm going to do them on my knees. You can also do them elevated or a full push-up or military push-up. So on your knees or wherever you are, make sure you have that good alignment. Straight back, strong core, long neck. You're going to move slowly down and faster on the way back up. So slowly down and fast on the way back up. So aim for about 8 to 10 reps here. Only go as far down as you can without your head kind of jutting forward. And sweep those elbows back rather than spreading them out. Okay, good job. Now we're moving back to the start. So eyes wide, T's, W's, getting into those upper back and shoulder muscles and really opening the chest again. So eyes for 5, Y's, T's, W's, all for 5, 2 sets. Eyes, squeezing those shoulder blades together, keeping the shoulders down away from the ears. Great for our posture. And T's. No rushing with this one. We don't want any sudden movements. W's, arms out to 90 degrees. Pulling those shoulder blades back. Feeling our chest open up. And again, second round. Gazing just below you, maybe slightly ahead. So we're keeping that straight neck. Core engaged all the time, not forgetting about it. T's. Great one for our shoulder muscles here as well. Can really feel the burn there. Well done. Okay. Now back into the band pull apart. Again, holding the band, palms facing down and spreading it apart. So really nice and slow on the way back in. Shoulders down away from the ears. Keep breathing. Core engaged. Can never forget about the core. Go for another 2 and 1. Now we're going to do the push-ups again. So second last round, push-ups, wherever you are. Good alignment with back, strong core, long neck, and shoulders, hands just under shoulders. Ready and go. So keeping that constant engagement in the core, no releasing on the way back down or up. It's constant awareness. Again, aim for 8 to 10 reps here. No rushing. Slower on the way down. Okay, good job. And again, last set. So eyes wide, C's, W's. Last set, let's make it our best. So we're just gonna do 1 round here instead of the 2 rounds of 5. So really make it count. So 5 wide for 5. 5 T's for 5. And W for 5. Good job. Now, and do that band pull apart one last time. Really getting our benefits. Core engaged, glutes engaged, good. Stable position. And pulling apart with the band. Straight line across. Imagine your arms are on a platform or a table, and we can't raise off that platform. Keeping them both aligned. Keeping those shoulders back. Only moving the arms. Okay, we can stop here. And again, into push-up. Last round. So hands under shoulders, lower down slowly, and back up. So it should be about a 3 to 1 ratio. On the way down and back up. Keeping that good strong position in the lower back too, no collapsing. Nice long neck. Keep breathing. Sweeping the elbows back. Good job. So that's our arm set. Okay, so next we're going to be moving on to our balance set. So sitting on the ball again, establishing that good posture. So we want to be holding that core in tight, belly button towards the spine, ribs tucked in. Going to take a deep breath here. Make sure our shoulders are shrugged back a bit. Chest open. Nice long lower back as well without the hyperextension. I'll just give you a side view here. So nice, straight, relaxed posture with that engagement in the core. And we're going to do our leg lifts here. So back so you can see properly. So strong core, hands on your legs to start with, and really engaging those lower abdominals, pulling the belly button in towards the spine to create that stability. Nice soft landings. We can hold our hands out in front to start with. Really nice, slow and controlled. And breathe into it, nice open chest. And we're going to move those arms, opposite arm, opposite leg. Moving nice and fluidly. Keep breathing into it, minimize that shaking of the ball if we can. Nice, slow and controlled movements. Now we're going to move out to the side, moving our arms up and together and back down. Up and together and back down to horizontal, and all the time maintaining that stability. Trying not to wobble, really getting that control from our core. Do a few more here. Again, if you want more of a challenge, bring your feet in really close together. Okay, well done. So that's just a good one to set us up for the balance set. So this balance set, we actually only have 2 exercises. So we're going to have the single leg squat, which is a new one for today, and the single leg deadlift and reach, which we've done the last day. So really good ones. Single leg squat. So we're just going to do 5 on each leg twice. So for this one, really important, both glutes engaged as always. Belly button in towards the spine, usual setup. And we're really going to sit back into it, hinging from the hips, nice straight back, and have our hands out in front. Okay, so a lot to remember there. Going to sit down onto the chair and slowly back up. And if you don't want to use the chair, that's fine. Just to get used to the movement might be a good idea. Really just like sitting back onto a chair and really trying to control that movement all the way down. Oh, not like that. So really getting that control in there, not letting our knee go over our toes. So really sitting back into it. Now, if you feel comfortable enough, you can step out from the chair a little bit and just have it there as your safety net. So 5 each side, you can switch sides. One side often feels a bit more awkward than the other. Really sitting back, not letting our knees go over our toes. Sucking in that core to keep the control. And actually, as a regression for this one, we can do split squat. So I'm going to alternate between them. You can do the same. So split squat, we're going to go into our lunge position. Have our back leg straight, knee slightly bent. And we're just going to bend both knees into it and straight back up. Now, really important to bend the back knee fully as well, so that our top knee doesn't go over our toes. And all the time, keeping upright, nice wide chest, core engaged. Really important here to squeeze the glutes at the top. Again, you can do about 7 or 8 of these each side. Really trying to maintain that stability, not wobbling from side to side. So this exercise just is slightly easier than the single leg squat, so it's a good regression because we still have that back leg on the ground, yet our feet are still staggered, so it does create that bit of instability. So creating a bit of a challenge there. Now we're going to go into the single leg deadlift and reach. So nice and slowly now we're going to float that leg up, both glutes engaged, and we're going to hinge from the hips. Nice and slowly forward. Have your gaze just in front of us on one spot, and like a pendulum back up, Really engaging that core to pull us back up. Keep your arm back, poker straight. Moving like pendulum and hold here. Actually only do one more this side. And hold if we can. Wherever you are, careful not to overreach. If you feel that hyperextension in your back, keep strong core and slowly back. And now switch sides. This might feel a little funny, but we'll power through. So, okay, by that I mean it should feel, or could feel a little different on one side than the other. Of course, if we have any pain or anything, definitely stop the exercise. Also okay to have a little rest, but really working on our balance here. Hinging from the hips, nice low control movements, and just try and hold wherever you can at your full extension. And breathe as you reach that full extension and slowly return back to where you were. So all the time think of moving like a pendulum. Think of your train track, straight lines, like you're moving within a little tunnel or something. Think of that tunnel vision. One more this side and hold. Well done. Okay. Good job. Now we're going to go back into those single leg squats. Okay. 5 each side and go. Hands out in front. So that actually makes it easier to get that sit back. Just trying to push your butt off the chair. Of course, by all means do. Remove the chair if you feel confident enough. But maybe if you haven't done this exercise much before, do keep it there just for that bit of the safety net. Okay, float on to other side. Both glutes engaged, core engaged, shoulders away from the ears. And slowly down, up, slow on the way down, and back up. So always remember you're moving a bit slower on the way back down. Easing yourself into it, easing yourself into the chair. Belly button in towards the spine. Nice open chest. So you shouldn't be feeling much pressure here in the knees. Really focusing on bringing all that pressure back into the glutes, really sitting back into it. Okay, single leg deadlift again. Deep breath into it and float the leg up, both glutes engaged. Moving slowly like a pendulum. A few deep breaths here. On the breathe out, really engage that core, belly button in towards the spine. Reach, reach, reach. Opposing forces pulling your arms and legs. And back up. Do another 2 here. And return that back up. Using your core to move your legs with your body. Nice long neck, keep reminding yourself. And back up. Another 1. Looking just slightly in front of you. And slowly back up. And now, opposite leg. Both glutes engaged, especially the standing. And ready to rock back into it. Really good to kind of breathe out at the top to remind us to pull that belly button in towards the spine. Get that reach as much as you can. Do you challenge yourself? You'll find yourself getting better at this if you've practiced. Glute should be working in this one as well. Last one and hold. And slowly back in. Well done. Okay, final round, single leg squats. Okay, or you can do your split squats as a regression. Okay, I'm actually gonna do split squats here. So we'll aim for 8 each side. Okay, ready and go. So lunging forward and really engaging those glutes and the core. Make sure you're staying stable. Squeezing those lower glutes at the top. And other side. Back leg stretched, slight bend in the knee. And lunge into it. So both knees should be moving simultaneously bending. Never lock that knee out, that back knee or the front. Always keeping that slight bend. Try not to lose your balance. 7 and 8, I think. Okay, good job. So we're on to our leg set now. Okay, so for this, we're going to have our triplanar toe tap to start off with. So we did this one the other day. And we're also going to have our calf raises, so nothing new here. Okay, and we're going to do 2 sets. I'm going to take our time here. Again, nice strong core, strong foundations, shoulders back. Aim with this one is to keep the rest of our body as still as possible while we're moving this leg. So our standing leg is really working. Shouldn't be tricked by its stillness. Really working to stay upright and not sag. So we're keeping really strong foundations here. Controlling our own movement. Resisting the pull of the band, so really moving nice and slowly back in, not letting it pull you in. For another 1, 2, and 3. We're going to move with the opposite foot, both glutes engage, core engage, and go. Side, back, side, and front. Really reminds me of kind of ballet poses. Maybe we should all be practicing more ballet for our rowing training. Okay, but it is a great stability exercise. We're just trying to minimize that rocking of the body while we're doing it. So we're really should be feeling our lower abdominals here, fighting that temptation to sway forwards and back and forwards. Don't forget to breathe here. Okay, good job, good job. Now we have our calf raises. So toes pointing straight ahead. Start off with nice wide chest and straight into it. Hands down by your side. Aim for about 8 reps each way. Again, really slow on the way back down. Challenge yourself. Okay, now heels apart, or heels together, toes apart. Like is it a plie or something kind of, I think. Don't quote me. So really getting up on our tippy toes. Not moving just halfway, right up onto our tippy toes as much as we can. And breathe. Don't forget about the core. Okay, now toes together. Engage those glutes. Don't forget about them. It's easy to forget about them with this one. And up on our tippy toes. Control the movement as much as you can. Now this one feels a bit weird. Getting into those deep calf muscles. Okay, good job. Back into the triplanar toe taps. So last one, last set, so make it count. Glutes engaged, core engaged, shoulders back. I'm like a broken record. Okay, to the side, to the front, to the side, and back. God, it's such a lovely day here today. Next summer. Side, to the front, to the side, and back. To the side, to the front, to the side, slow on the way back, and back. Gonna go on back again, and back. Well done. Other side, shake that leg out a bit if you need to. Okay, floating that leg up. And again, to the front, to the side, to the back. This is a really good one just to practice at home. If you have a few spare minutes in front of the TV or something, really gets into loads of those glute muscles to the side and everywhere really, because you're moving in those 3 directions. It's a really good one. Doesn't require much effort. You just have the loop band and that standing glute. Really has to work as well. I think it's nearly more difficult. Just go for one more round. Shoulders down. Good job. Okay. Calf raises, last set, make it count. Of calf of steel by the end of this. Really tight core, really stuck in the core. Last exercise, ribs tucked in, shoulders back, chest up. And breathe into it. 8 of each, round and about. Slow and controlled on the way back down. Feeling that nice stretch. Glutes engaged. Now, heels together, toes apart. Really does feel funny working these muscles. I wouldn't work them much myself, but it is very good for the running. Good for your ankle joint as well. Really strengthens it up. Okay, toes together, heels apart. Engage those glutes. And up. Pausing at the top as well. And really releasing slowly adds that extra challenge. Oh, it's good to challenge yourself. Okay, that's what's done for today. Legs are done. Hope you got a bit of a burn. Thanks a million for joining this week's challenge. We can try tree pose. So it's also a really good balancing pose. So you're just flowing on one leg and you're going to try and bring that foot up to your opposite thigh and hold here. You can bring your hands up into a prayer position and stand. Make sure both glutes are engaged. And that's it. And of course, for another added challenge, you can close your eyes and time yourself. Okay, so hope you get on well with that. Of course, important to stretch after this as well. If you do your crossover arm stretch, and greatest stretch in the world as well, like we did at the start, is a very good one to do. And your quad stretch, any rolling or back exercises or back stretches too are great. So thanks a million again. See you next time. Bye.